Oh, it wasn't.
Recording.
Yeah.
At all?
Yeah. At all.
Okay.
Which is good. You practice one.
Yeah, okay. It's a real round. Where are you from?
Born and raised in Dallas, Texas.
Houston, Texas, but grew up all over.
What was your first break?
I feel like I'm still breaking. I don't know what my first break is.
Gradual would be the word. Gradual break.
What have you been in?
God, commercials, music videos, films. I mean, most recently I have a film coming out called Our Brand is Crisis.
And I have a film coming out called Dark.
How do you feel about this career?
Blessed. Very blessed and lucky.
I can't imagine a life without the arts, so I'm happy to be right where I am.
How did you decide to become an actor?
I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. Job-wise, I wanted to be have so many different professions, and this profession allowed me to be all those things.
I was dressing up in my mom's clothes from a very early age and performing for her dinner parties. So I guess it was just a natural progression.
How would you describe your specialty or type?
How would I describe my specialty or type? I love character actors. So that's mostly what I feel like I'm constantly striving for, is real character-y work.
I don't even know how to answer that. It's hard.
Beautiful, hardworking, tenacious. Whitney's very, very, very artsy. Sometimes to the extreme.
That's true.
Who's your favorite actor who you look up to?
Honestly, I look up to my wife. She's sort of my muse. I feel like I've gained so much of my creativity and the work that I do comes from her, coming at me or, being really, really hard on me.
I got flustered.
Whitney,
My muse would be you. That's true. We're opposite and equals in a way that
Whitney's a huge fan of Tilda Swinton. That is definitely one of yours.
She's very cool.
Yeah.
She's very cool. Yeah.
Which I'm a huge fan of as well. But
I don't have favorites though, truly. I just look forward and try to find new inspiration everywhere I can.
What would your ideal job be?
I feel like I'm doing it. I feel like we get to do and get into so many different jobs and professions and stuff through what we do. One thing I do love outside of acting is landscape design.
Do you consider yourself to be lucky?
100%. I feel like me personally feels like I'm one of the luckiest people in the world.
I think I punished myself a lot in my early 20s and stuff. And that time is behind me. I think it's great to wake up and feel lucky.
What advantages do you have?
I'd say one of the best advantages that I have that I have always thought was something that hindered me was being dyslexic. Growing up it felt like, but now I feel like it's a gift.
Optimism for me.
What did you do before?
Geez, everything. I was a carpenter. I valeted cars. I dressed up as Buzz Lightyear and went to little kids' birthday parties. I was a rock climber.
I did a lot of jobs. I worked at the Emmys actually for a while, and I was handing out awards, and I wanted to work in the office, and I worked in their offices in New York.
We're in Los Angeles.
What does the future look like to you?
Wide open. I feel like in life you just kind of hang on and see where it takes you. planning is, you know what I mean? Don't set yourself up for expectations ever.
Yeah. I try to stay optimistic, but it can get me in trouble sometimes. I think a little pessimism is important, but optimism is prime.
What is your favorite way to communicate?
Verbally, you know, one-on-one.
I was gonna say touch, but I was thinking about him.
Verbally touching. How was dinner last night, Whitney? Did you communicate well? He said, yeah, I touched everyone at dinner.
What do you think of the creative scene in Los Angeles?
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's really, really, really thriving right now. Absolutely.
I'm really inspired by the art scene, and I have to look outside of my microcosm to continue being inspired every day, and there's so much to pull from here, and I think that it's really come up in a decade. The art scene truly is
It's booming right now.
booming here.
What is your favorite film, book, and music right now?
Man, that is the hardest question to ask an artist. I have so many favorite films. I have so many favorite books. I mean, just offhand, like, it's usually the film or the book that I'm reading, I would say. Most recently, I read The Operators by Michael Hastings.
I have a little book of David Sedaris' short stories called Squirrel Seeks Chipmunk, and it's a good quick read. You know, when you have to just read for a second and then do something else. I like that. Makes me laugh.
And film and music?
Oh.
Film, God, I love Florence and the Machine, Radiohead, Johnny Cash. I mean, God, my music love is all over the spectrum.
You like energetic music.
Yes, I like music that sounds like the rate of my heartbeat. You know? I find myself listening to Chemical Brothers a lot still. Old Chemical Brothers from the 90s.
Yeah. I like Lissy. For upbeat stuff, I love her collaborations with Morgan Page when I go running or something. But otherwise, my Pandora station is usually on Miles Davis or Beethoven.
That is what you play in the morning. Jazz. Jazz and coffee.
Oh, and film, I guess. I love Lars von Trier. I like dark, heavy stuff, too. Melancholia, actually, when I watched that by myself at night, the credits rolled, and I was sitting there in bed, and I got up, and I pushed play, and I watched it again in its entirety, and that's the only film that I've ever done that.
I love Paul Thomas Anderson's movies. They're kind of odd and all over the place, but incredible. Incredibly entertaining and interesting.
Right, that's it.